Give it up for Matt of Dallas Kiari Daiko. Please stay tuned. Dallas Kiari Daiko will be joining us for a full performance around 3 p.m. Hey guys, how's it going out there? You doing all right? Okay. Howdy, I'm Corey of Dallas Sumo Club, co-founder and head coach. This over here is Siggy. Dallas Sumo Club wouldn't be anything without her. And this tournament wouldn't be either, believe me. So real quick, just wanted to give a couple shout outs before the tournament starts. Huge shout out to our presenting sponsor, Range Hand Meat Company. Sumo wrestlers eat a lot, generally, so when they said they were down to help, we were like, good, we're going to try and sell you out. Another huge shout out, obviously, to Rollertown Beer Works. Obviously, this would not be possible without them. We have found, so besides eating, in sumo, there's generally a lot of drinking. So our goal is to pop the kegs on the brand new Chikara Biru, the Dallas Sumo Club collaboration beer. It is brewed with yuzu and lemongrass. Huge shout out to the head brewer, Tommy. That's all his hard work. And we got some hometown heroes over here. Give it up for Ben and Skin. So, Ben and Skin got roped into being the co-captains for the East Side and the West Side. This tournament's a little different. We did a team draft, NFL style, so it'll only be the East people versus the West people. But we're going to start with some women's sumo, and that'll just be a round robin. Then we get to the team portion, and that is unisex. Want to give a huge shout out to Team 4 Star on YouTube. They are covering the entire production side of this, so when you want to go back and watch it on YouTube, you'll be able to. And when you inevitably get a little too drunk off that Chikara Biru and we make you put on a mawashi and start fighting our guys halfway through, you can go back and watch it. You can show your friends and family. A huge shout out to Lily Lurid over here. The #1 Dallas Sumo Club Koenkai member. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's our supporters club. We can't do anything without them. Huge shout out to Lily and Dave. And then we are joined by Gagamaru Masaru for the second time. And for the first time, and he will be acting as the head judge, we have Yamamoto Yama. You guys ready to see some sumo or what? I said, are you guys ready to see some sumo or what? Let's get it on!
All right, everybody, we're going to start with our women's division. So can I get the following ladies warmed up and ready to the ring, and can we get one of our referees? So in this women's division, we have Luce, Ari, Rachel, Liesel, and Itan doing a round robin. The first match is going to be Ari versus Rachel. Ari on the east side, Rachel on the west. On deck will be Liesel versus Itan.
Please give it up for your referee today, Tom Zabel of Mighty Eagle Sumo Club.
East side is. Who's our other judge? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Can I get the 4 judges over? Where you come on? Come
Max,
on. Come on up.
you're where Jay is.
So if there's anything close, raise your hand, okay? We're gonna try when the match ends, we're gonna try and point to one side or the other, so you'll know which side the referee's gonna call for. Typically, we don't see the back guys, so the people sitting over here, if somebody raises their hand, let us know, because I don't usually turn around and see them, okay? But other than that, try and raise your hand, make it fair.
Again, our first match, we have Ari versus Rachel. On deck, Liesel versus Itan.
Stay with Tsute, Matanosh. Nokata, nokata. Nokata, nokata, nokata. Nokata, nokata. Nokata, nokata, nokata.
And the winner is Ari. Next up, we have Liesel versus Itan. On deck will be Rachel versus Itan.
Right? You want to take? Stay with Tsute, Matanosh. Nokata, nokata.
And Itan is the winner. Next up, take a minute if you need it, Itan, but it will be Rachel on the east versus Itan on the west. On deck will be Luce versus Liesel. Rachel to the east side.
Right? You might say. Stay with Tsute, Matanosh. Nokata, nokata, nokata. Nokata. Hai, shobu watta. Nishi no catch.
And Itan is the winner. Next up, on the east side, we have Luce. On the west side, Liesel. On deck will be Ari on the east versus Itan on the west.
my tape. Stay with Tsute, Materosh. Nokata. Shoboata.
And Loose is the winner.
Nishi no catch.
Next up, we have Airy on the east versus Itan on the west. On deck, Loose versus Rachel.
Right. My tape. Stay with Tsute, Materosh. Nokata. Shoboata.
Winner is Itan.
Nishi no catch.
Next up, on the east side, Loose. On the west side, Rachel. On deck, we will have Liesel versus Rachel.
Right.
Y'all
Goodbye,
feel free to
Jake.
cheer him on!
Stay with Tsute, Materosh. Agui! Nokata. Shoboata.
And Loose is the
National
winner. All right, next up, Rachel, stay close. We have Liesel on the east versus Rachel on the west. Take a breather if you need it, Rachel. On deck after that, we'll have Airy on the east versus Loose on the west.
You good? Right? Right. You mind tape? Stay with Tsute, Materosh. Agui! Nokata.
And the winner is Liesel.
Have somebody tie your belt.
Next up, on the east side, we have Airy. On the west side, Loose. On deck will be Liesel versus Airy.
Kimajte. Stay otsute. Yosh. Yui. No kata, no kata. Sobata.
And Luce is the
Nishino
winner. Okay, we're down to our last two matches of the women's division. On the east side, we have Liesel. On the west, Airy. On deck, our final match. On the east side will be Itan. West side will be Luce.
Words at the end. No. Yeah, when women's is done, Tom will present the certificate. Hey, just remember, no chit-chat.
Right? Hey. Kimajte. Stay otsute. Matanash. Akiroi. No kata, no kata. No kata. No kata. You okay?
So we are.
Go ahead.
We'll be back with you
No,
momentarily.
release them. Higashi no catch.
All right, Liesel is the winner. We're going to give Airy a minute here. Itan and Luce, be ready. You will be the next match, and that will be the last of the women's division.
You want to turn off the speaker so we can talk?
Test.
Test.
All right.
Cool. Hey guys, how's it going? Here with my beautiful boy, Jake, from I was gonna say Ohio. Iowa Sumo Club.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
All the Midwest states are the same to you. So yeah, we're
They are.
taking a minute. Airy is looks like a leg injury, but we got a medic on site helping her up,
Yes.
back on her feet.
Eddie
Okay, there we
is
go.
very tough. She has a lot of shingi tai.
I'll get the bag.
Okay, if I can get Itan and Luce to the ring for the final match of the women's division. These two ladies are tied. The winner will take the gold
Right.
medal. Itan on the east and Luce on the west.
You mind, Jay?
Winner and women's gold medalist, Itan. And let's hear it for Luce. All right, we're going to take a brief break, but everybody who is in the main event, the big division here, please be ready. We're going to get that started in just a few minutes. You guys should all have the match listings ready, so keep an eye out when your match is coming up.
Hey, so in between, we're going to do a little award presentation by Tom Zabel of Mighty Eagle Sumo Club.
We can use this one? Well, I'll just hold it or whatever. Well, I'm not going to. He's going to do that.
Okay, whoever's talking and doing stuff, do it in the middle. Okay. Move the microphone in the middle for Tom.
Well, let me, yeah, you got that, and I'll give you this one.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out. On behalf of the United States Sumo Federation, Lone Star Sumo, and Dallas Sumo, thank you for coming out and supporting this. We're going to give awards out. The United States Sumo Federation has a program where you can earn different Q grades in preparation for you to get your black belt. And we've got a couple individuals that have earned some of their ranks, so we wanted to call them up and acknowledge their hard work and dedication for this. So Jake, if we can have you come up.
Give it up for Jake. Grand Sumo Breakdown Podcast and Iowa Sumo Club coach.
So Jake has earned his first two Q grades, the yellow and orange belt out of Iowa Sumo Club. Yeah. And then we've got Caleb Backus here from Mighty Eagle also. He's one of the USSF black belts. So he's been around for a couple years and he's gone through the whole program. The next one we want to recognize is Jay.
Big J, where are you at? Y'all give it up for the king that is Jay.
Jay has also earned his yellow and orange belt. And he's from the Mighty Eagle Sumo Club down in San Antonio. And then Hayden Southall.
Yo, give it up for Dallas Sumo Club's Hey Gashira. That is the best in the room. In Dallas. Sorry.
Hayden also earned his yellow and orange, and he is from Dallas Sumo Club. And if we could get Zach. I think he just... He's just yellow. Zach is from Mighty Eagle down in San Antonio, and he earned his yellow belt. last but not least, Edobar. Edobar is from Rising Sumo Club in North Carolina? North Carolina, all right. Oh, you must have.
Oh, okay. Just announce it.
Yeah. Also, one of the other ones was Corey Morrison. He earned his yellow and orange belt too. So.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, all the main event wrestlers, if you can stay close. I'm just going to call out the couple first matches. We're not, you don't need to get in the ring just yet, but we are just calling you out, so be ready. Our first matchup will be Gabe versus John.
All right, to kick off, East versus West. Let's get Ben and Skin over here.
After Gabe versus John, I need Eric and Damien to be ready. So wrestlers, if you are on the East team, you will be coming in from this side of the ring where Gabe is. All day long, same side. John over here on the West, all the West team wrestlers, you'll be coming in on this side. So when you hear your name, make sure you know which side you're going to. It'll be the same side all day long. We're going to be skipping Chiri Chozu. So when you enter the ring, bow to your opponent, and then come straight up to the line, do the Sonkyo stare down, and then get ready to go. So first up, on the East we have Gabe, on the West we have John. You guys go ahead.
Gabe and John are both relatively new to sumo. They are both Dallas Sumo Club Sumo Tori. Oh.
And the winner is John. Yep, go back in and bow when your match is complete. There we go.
Good.
All right. Next up, we have Eric versus Damien. On deck, we have Luce versus Ben.
And y'all give it up for Ike of Salt City Sumo. He's going to be helping us call these matches so you can understand him a little better. Not that there is a lot to understand, but...
And the winner is Eric. Next up, we have Luce versus Ben. On deck, Zach versus Caitlin.
Check. We're live.
Live from the Kokugi Kon's
Women's bathroom.
All right, Ben. Ben is the youngest competitor here.
We got Lucy down and ready.
I got
And they're off. Slow tachi from Lucy, but receiving gracefully. Got the left arm inside control, looking for a throw, but being pushed back. Ben with the right hand inside, left hand inside, going for a leg trip, but being spun around. Back of the head control for Lucy against the bails. Can Lucy do it? She's lifted up! And she's down!
There you are. There you go. Good to be here.
And the winner is Ben.
Additional touch.
Next up, Zach versus Caitlin. On deck, we have Matt Land versus Itan.
Ike, how was yesterday?
Oh, I don't even remember. Had too much Chica de Biro Yuzu beer. Zachary Schramm, known by the people who fear him as the Schrammer. Zachary's down second.
I got it.
They're off. Hands in to the shoulder control, looking for a throw, but she can't find it.
I got it. I got it.
Recovering at the edge, twisting, turning, and she's down. Zachary by frontal crush out.
And Zach is your winner. Next up, Matt Land versus Itan. On deck, Billy versus Drew.
No.
Squared up and
I
loose.
got it.
Itan's got the head control, can't find a throw, driven out backwards. Straight ahead, Yorikiri.
And the winner is Matt.
Additional touch.
Next
Hi.
up, Billy versus Drew. On deck, we have Robert versus Matt Shields.
One step out.
We got Billy out of Dark Circle Sumo Club in Austin, and we got Drew with his mighty Viking beard out of Dallas Sumo Club. Billy is relatively new to sumo, but he has been making some waves.
I got it.
And they're in, Billy comes nice and low, 45-degree angle, goes for a drive, but gets turned around and driven out with an Oshidashi push-out.
And the winner is Drew. Next up, we have Robert versus Matt Shields. On deck, JJ versus Noah.
Oh, JJ.
Matt Shields in the burgundy color Mawashi, fighting out of Chicago Sumo Club. He is also the head coach.
Mass down first and ready.
I got it.
And it's Hajime. They're off. No one can find a belt grip. They're circling, wrist control, converts to overhand headlock. And it's a twist at the end. Who won that?
And Matt is the winner, but the judges want to talk about this.
A Mono E.
The general procedure here, the referee chooses who he believes the winner is, and our four side judges, if they have more to talk about, they will come into the ring, discuss what happened, and then they will announce if the decision is upheld, if the decision is overturned, or if it was too close to call. If it's too close, we will have a rematch.
And you guys, please give it up for our Shimpan, our side judges, for helping out today.
I saw the other guy just straight up step out.
I'll be honest, I've recruited them all on the spot, except for Yama.
You're saying his heel went like.
I guess we can talk. Who do you think had that one?
Okay.
Looked east to me.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going with Matt Shields?
Okay, we'll go. Yeah. Do that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, I think he stepped out
saying
at the
he
last
Matt
moment,
fell
right before
first,
they went down.
his
Oh,
heel-
okay.
I don't know. I'm not in charge. I'm telling you what I saw.
Jake, I know you're neutral, but who do you think got it?
I think it was too close to call from this angle.
Okay, let's find out from the judges.
All right, wrestlers step back into the ring.
You got no cuts?
And Robert is the winner.
Called it.
All right, next up we have JJ versus Noah. On deck, Brandon versus Jake.
Shio Hibagan, the Yeti from the north. JJ stepping up to the east side.
All the way from Canada. And Noah all the way from Kansas.
And they're off. JJ with a great push. Both double hands. Can he lift? Can he push? They're both together at the edge. It's a reversal. Another drive, another reversal. JJ not giving up that grip for anything. Can he maneuver? Get that left leg inside, JJ. Here he goes.
Whoa!
Another reversal. JJ gets flipped.
Beautiful.
Woo!
And your winner is Noah. Next up, we have Brandon Kiever versus Jake DeCastro. On deck, Nemo versus Ernest.
Affectionately referred to as Dr. DeCastro, the most technical man on the mat.
Also from Kansas with the black and green shorts, we have Brandon Kiever. This is his second time joining us in Dallas for a tournament.
Kiever's down and ready. DeCastro meets him with a good charge, but is immediately shivered off by a forearm and pushed out with an Oshidashi.
Winner is Brandon. On deck, Nemo versus Ernest. Excuse me, up next is Nemo versus Ernest. On deck is Jamal versus Russell.
Can you find Nemo? Stole that joke.
Ernest comes from a karate background. He does a lot of hand fighting, has a very unique style for sumo. Nemo is coming back after a short break, but he does have a mighty Tachiai. Tachiai is the initial clash, which you are about to witness.
Nemo's down and ready. Great charge from the west, but it's totally ineffectual. Gets sandblasted.
See what I mean
And
about
the
that,
winner
Tachiai?
is Nemo.
Damn.
Next up, Jamal versus Russell. On deck, TJ versus Ryan.
Jamal fighting out of Chicago Sumo Club. Russell fighting out of Dallas Sumo Club.
Jamal's built like a fortress.
Well, let's see if my weapon of war can sink that fortress.
Either off. Excellent touch, but it's a sweet reversal and a throwdown.
And Jamal is your winner. Next up, TJ versus Ryan. On deck, Hunter versus Goose.
Jamal, please don't walk in front of the camera. Thank you.
Yeah. We have a current rugby player against a man who is made in America, no doubt.
TJ Moore fighting out of Ohio Sumo Dayton.
Slow Tachiai from the rugby player, but he battles back with a searing Oshi attack, converting to a throw, and it's down. Who stepped out first?
Interesting work.
And the winner is Ryan. Next up, Hunter versus Goose. On deck is Rick versus Obi.
Gustopheles of Salt City Sumo.
all the way from the land of koalas and kangaroos. Give it up for Goose.
Goose was stopped at customs trying to sneak Vegemite into the U.S., but he's here now.
And we got Hunter.
Goose is down and ready. Hunter matches. Goose stands up and gets pushed back easily, but converts it to a hit and shift, almost a Hataki Komi, and now they're locked up. Left hand inside grip against the Goose. Right hand outside. Can he turn it into a throw? Goose is looking for some momentum and gets crushed down.
Beautiful belt battle, and Hunter takes the win.
And the winner is Hunter.
Oshi to Oshi and dust to dust.
Next up, Rick versus Obi. On deck, Ben Marquez versus Neri.
Give it up for your East Side team captain, Rick Garza. Rick is leading the assault for the East.
Rick, of course, voted scariest man in Texas 3 years in a row.
Obi, relatively new to sumo, but never gives up. He's got a great Oshi style, pushing and thrusting.
Garza's down and ready. And they're off. Perfect 45-degree Tachi, but gets driven back instantly. It's a Yorikiri.
And Obi is the winner.
Good opening effort from Obi.
Next up, Ben Marquez versus Neri. On deck, Caleb versus Bubba.
We got Neri fighting out of Malicious Grounds Wrestling.
That's the name of the club. That's so cool.
And then we have Ben Marquez, the Titan of Austin, Texas, fighting out of Dark Circle Sumo Club in the beautiful red Mawashi.
And the cybernetic knees.
Be a beautiful heavyweight battle.
Starting pretty far back, but easing his way into a chest-to-chest smush fest. It's a push out.
Good effort from them.
And Neri is your winner. Next up, Caleb versus Bubba. On deck, Chad versus Angel.
Bubba Garza, of course, the other team captain. Against the Oyakata of Mighty Eagle. A captain versus a coach here. What will we see? They're off. Head in nice and deep for Bubba, looking for some sort of shoulder control. Hits a nice Supari, but he's driven out backwards. Caleb does it again.
And Caleb is your winner.
The Millennium Sphere himself, Caleb.
Next up, Chad versus Angel. On deck, Jamie versus Cornelius.
Chad's down and ready, waiting for California to show up to the fight. Great Tachi from Chad, but it's just not enough when the bulldozer shows up from CA.
And Angel is the winner. Next up, Jamie versus Cornelius. On deck, Jay versus Justin.
Woo. Don't blink, folks. The monsters are out. And they're off, receiving the Tachi and moving forward at his own damn pace. It is under shoulder control, and it's a drive out. Crushed down.
California versus Florida. Not much of the dojo left in Dallas. Or, yes.
And your winner is Cornelius. Next up, we have Jay versus Justin. On deck will be the final match of round one, Edo versus Hayden.
There's plenty more where that came from. Stay tuned. We're just giving you a chance to get some beer.
We got my senpai fighting on the west. Justin Kizzard out of Dark Circle Sumo Club. That's Austin. And we have Jay, a rising star from San Antonio, Mighty Eagle Sumo Club.
Ooh, missed the belt right off the jump.
Good solid
Left
touch
hand
here.
inside, but he's driving. It's a reversal, and he's out. Hop, skip, and a jump. Maybe a little injury here. Give it up for him, folks.
And Jay is your winner. Next up, we have Edo versus Hayden, followed by a 5-minute break. Reminder to the wrestlers, keep an eye on the Facebook chat. That is where I will be sending the scores so you can fill in your teammates.
Here is a rivalry that has been going strong for 2 years now. In the purple Mawashi, we have Hayden Southall out of Dallas Sumo Club, and we have Edo Konyeha in the black Mawashi fighting out of Raijin Sumo, all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina. Don't be fooled by his size, he can keep up with the big boys.
Hayden is a power slapper, the competition, not the technique style. And Edo pushes a car up a hill to train. And they're in hard. Hayden's got a high position, and he gets deflected and pushed out, but he twists for a reversal, and it's over. Crush out. An amazing crush out at the edge. Edo goes flying, but did he secure the victory? We'll find out now. Go crazy, folks.
And your winner is Edo.
He did it!
All right, everybody, stay near. 5-minute break, and then we're going to begin round 2. Our first couple matches, just as a heads up, Gabe versus Damien and Eric versus John. You guys will be up first in 5 minutes.
Check. Hey, real quick, we just got a donation from Mitsuya Supermarket. So, Sumo Tori, come get your Pocati Sweat. Now I'm going to give the floor to Ben Rogers of Ben and Skin.
We're going to do the full 20 per round? Yeah.
Thank you. If anybody sees Skin,
Sounds good.
don't tell him I'm looking for him because he's talking a lot of trash. We drafted teams last night. We're very excited about Team Ben versus Team Skin. And what you just saw was Edo, my #1 overall pick, put on a show right there. That was beautiful. Way to go, Edo. So, hey, we just want to say thank you for being here. This is such a special event, as you can see, learning about the culture, learning about the craft, getting to learn about Dallas Sumo and all these other sumo clubs that have come in for this. Thank you for being here. Just know, here's how the schedule's going to go. We're going all the way till 7 o'clock tonight. Each wrestler is going to be in like 15 matches. And so it's going to be a long haul. It's going to be so much fun. There's going to be great showdowns, great moments throughout the day. But we want to remind you to pace yourself and get in and have some cold beers. We make delicious beer here at Rollertown. Want you to enjoy the beer. Thank you very much. The whole reason we do this is because of our Japanese lager called House of Warlords. And so it's re-released today. We got commemorative cups here. If you come over to this beer stand here, you can buy a beer. It's $15 and you get to keep the cup, and then every beer after that is $10. That's right here at this stand. And then don't forget Range Hand Meat Company. Some of the best meat you've ever had in your life. You go to rangehandmeatcompany.com, rangehandmeatco.com to learn more information. But thank you guys for being here. Enjoy the beer. Enjoy the wrestling. Have a great day. It's going to go till 7 o'clock. Thank you, guys.
I'm sorry, I took that from you way too early. I was like, oh, 15, we're switching. And it's like, oh, no, 20. Tom's like, dude, they're 20. Yeah, like, shit.
That's a round. Oh, hey, that's fine. I'll take it. I'm not going to argue with you.
So I'm going to do the next round and then give it. Yeah, I'm going to do the next one, give it to Tom, and we'll just switch in the 5 minutes. That sound good?
Tom's going next?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm doing this next round.
Okay.
I'm doing round 2.
I got it.
And then I'm giving it to Tom.
And you give me it to Tom, and then you give me it to Tom. Yeah. The only other
I'm the lowest ranked. I shouldn't be fucking wearing socks.
That's true. Anyway.
Thank you for doing that.
Both O's and whatnot, and Amazon rules.
So
Yeah, I was like, I shouldn't wear socks.
we'll do that.
And then, yeah, gloves, I just don't have gloves.
2-minute warning, wrestlers. 2-minute warning. Round 2 going to begin very shortly.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure they keep it real short.
It's like Gatorade, but unflavored.
Yeah.
Less sugar.
So there will be a little break, and I will do my best when we get down to the last couple. Oh, yeah, what kind of water is that? I saw couple more over. There'll be an extended break in the mid-afternoon. What? We'll get
Picard.
after that. What?
I got a liter of Picard.
Bacardi.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Are y'all having fun? Oh, that's a sumo roar right there. All right, we're going to be bringing you great bouts, great matches all day long. First of all, give it up to Dallas Sumo Club. This is incredible. All right, if you're a little bit like me, you've been drinking, maybe you need to balance it out with some food. We have Range Hand Meat Company, that's our sponsor, serving it up. We have some other options over
Give it up
here.
for Range Hand.
Range Hand's legit. And then I also wanted to show you this. These cups with the Dallas Sumo Club and Range Hand Meat and Rollertown on it. You can buy these right over here for $15 for your first pour, and then $10 for every pour after that. This nice man right here has one. I have one. So enjoy your beer, enjoy your food, but most of all, enjoy these incredible sumo wrestlers that are putting on a show for y'all. Give it up for them, everybody. All right, we have more matches right around the corner. Thank you for being here, everyone.
Y'all give it up for Skin Wade out of Ben and Skin.
Okay, we're going to get round 2 started. Our opening match is Gabe versus Damien. On deck, Eric versus John.
Quick shout out to Dallas Sumo Club's very own referee. In sumo, we call them Gyoji, Dakota Eggert.
Get your ass out the ring.
You gotta eat it for sure. That one was good fun.
All right. Oh, there we go. There's Gabe. Yeah, wrestlers, if you can go behind the referee, behind the Gyoji when you're crossing, there's plenty of space for you going that way. Okay, here we go. Gabe versus Damien. On deck, Eric versus John.
Right.
Both new sumo tori from Dallas Sumo Club. We have Damien in the black mawashi and Gabe in the white mawashi.
Yeah, who's got those wood blocks? Do that again. Quite a stare down here, waiting for their moment.
Teo, Sute, Matarash.
Damien's
Hey.
ready. Comes in with a nice head
Look at
first
that,
charge.
look at that,
Can he
look at that,
drive?
look at that, look at that.
Yes. Beautiful.
And the winner is Damien. Next up, Eric versus John. On deck, Luce versus Caitlin.
Right. Teo, Sute.
Fleric out of Iowa Sumo Club. John out of Dallas Sumo Club.
Hands in on the shoulders, looking for a push out. Following him up, full spin around. That's usually death, but he comes back for the win! Turning fully around in sumo and still winning.
And Eric is your winner.
Higash, no catch.
When he's not doing sumo, he's doing podcasts.
Next up, Luce versus Caitlin. On deck, Zach versus Ben Schutko.
Play.
All right, give it up for the women of Dallas Sumo Club. We have Caitlin in the white mawashi. And we have Lucy Garza, part of the Garza clan, in the black mawashi.
Garza gang dominating today. Let's see if she can follow it up. Lucy comes in a little high, gets driven back, but recovers at the bails, goes for a throw. It's a reversal. They're locked up. She's got her back, and it's a crush down.
In sumo, it's very important not to cross your legs.
And Luce is the winner. Next up, Zach versus Ben Schutko. On deck, Matt Land versus Drew.
Having fun?
I'm good.
Right.
We got Ben in the pink mawashi fighting out of Iron Mountain Sumo, Tennessee.
The Schrammer.
And in the green mawashi, Zach Schramm. Out of San
Ooh,
Antonio.
coming in high off Tachiai for Ben and getting driven back immediately. It's an inside belt, and it's, oh, can he do it? Can he do it? Push, push, push. He's back up and fighting. Foot against the bell. Look at that technique. The ring sense is uncanny. Can he turn this into a win? Come on, get that leg inside. Twist. They're back over the center. It's a behind the back lockup for Ben. Look at this technique. Both men with an outside belt grip. And now he's got his back against the wall and Schramm with the slam. The Schramm slam for the win.
They were both really fighting for that one.
And your winner is Zach. Next up, Matt Land versus Drew. On deck, Billy versus Etan.
Right.
Both fighting out of Dallas Sumo Club. The one with the shorter beard, Matt Land. The one with the longer beard, Drew Bramlett. Let's go!
Very high reception from the Viking, but he's able to use it effectively. Left hand outside belt grip, converting to a push out, and it's over, but he steps out first. Nothing from the Shimpan.
And Matt is the winner. Next up, Billy versus Etan. On deck is Robert versus Noah.
Sorry, you do your thing. It's better for the broadcast.
Etan looking for her next victim.
Austin versus Dallas.
It's a Texas throwdown at the Rollertown Showdown. Etan looking for her moment. She's in high with hands on the face. Converts to a belt grip. They're at the edge. She's on the lucky bell and she's out. Yorikiri.
And the winner is Billy. Next up, Robert versus Noah. On deck, JJ versus Matt Shields.
Right.
Hands on the shoulders, looking for a push, and he's got great momentum. Hands converted to the belt, and it's a lovely push out.
And your winner is Noah. Next up, JJ versus Matt Shields. On deck, Brandon versus Ernest.
Great control there on that push out.
The commentary booth has a lot to do today, and if you bring us beer, we will
Love you forever.
We'll love you forever and talk bad about your opponent and talk good about you. Matt Shields out of Chicago Sumo Club. JJ out of the Great White North.
JJ coming in high looking for that belt, and he's got it.
Oh, Matt going for a leg pick, but it failed.
Down.
And JJ is the winner.
JJ picking up his first win here for Canada today. Give it to him.
Next up, Brandon versus Ernest. On deck, Nemo versus Jake.
Ernest in the white shorts, Brandon in the black shorts. Both have a pushing style.
No belt grip. Both men going for shoulder control. And it's pretty open and shut.
Winner is Brandon. Next up, Nemo versus Jake. On deck, Jamal versus Ryan.
In professional sumo wrestling, there are no weight classes. It's entirely based on your ability to win. Right now, we're going to see one heck of a tachi from Nemo. Maybe. I don't want to give away his strategy against Dr. DeCastro. Will David slay Goliath, or will we see the steamroller once again from Master Nemo?
The wind is picking up. The gods are happy.
Beautiful touch. Shoulder to the face for Jacob, and he's driven out backwards, but he took it like a champ.
And the winner is Nemo. Next up, Jamal versus Ryan. On deck, TJ versus Russell.
Woohoo!
Jamal on the east side, fighting out of Chicago Sumo Club. Ryan, Dallas's local rugby hero, in the blue shorts.
Ryan comes up straight up with the hands on the throat, looking for an inside angle, but totally misjudges it and has to circle to find his footing. They're locked up on the shoulder control, both men with the right hand inside grip, left hand outside grip for Ryan, and he gets dumped.
And the winner is Jamal.
Beautiful throw from Jamal.
Next up, TJ versus Russell. On deck, Hunter versus Obi.
Very far back off the lines, but he's able to use it to find some momentum. He's driven back and wins. Starting that far back seemed to help.
Winner is TJ. Next up, Hunter versus Obi. On deck, Rick versus Goose.
Obi in the black mawashi out of Dallas Sumo Club. Hunter in the white mawashi.
Gosh, I hope we don't see an awesome
Ohio
lift
Sumo.
out. Hope we don't see an awesome lift out here. That would be terrible. Coming in looking for an inside shoulder control. No belt grip at all. Just a straight ahead, coast to coast.
Winner is Hunter. Next up, Rick versus Goose. On deck, Ben Marquez versus Bubba.
Your east side captain, Rick Garza versus Goose. All the way from Brisbane, Australia.
The Thunder from down under. It's a beard battle. Texas versus Brisbane. The ran bad hit to the face for Goose, but he eats it. Driven back, circling, looking for some momentum. And it's a crush down, and they fly out the doyo together.
Good fight.
And the winner is Rick. Next up, Ben versus Bubba. On deck, Caleb versus Neri.
The Titan out of Austin, Texas in the red Mawashi, Ben Marquez versus your West Side captain, Bubba Garza.
The Demon of Dallas, Bubba Garza. That's right, Garza. Garza's got that nice position. Low, but he gets the clamps put on him. It's the Taro no Fuji special. Circling at the ring, trying to avoid getting pushed out, but the clamps are on there, man. Big tuna, pushing. Not enough lift. Hang on, Bubba. He's got that left hand inside grab. He converts it to a push out. They're at the bales. They're twisting together. Akake Nage, maybe, and he's down. Toppling the master.
A huge twist down from Bubba Garza.
And your winner is Bubba. All right, Ben's going to need a minute. We'll be back in a moment. Wrestlers that I would like to have ready, can I have Caleb and Neri ready for the next match, followed by Chad versus Cornelius. We're going to get Ben taken care of there, but if you 4 wrestlers can stay handy for the upcoming matches, please.
So, Nick, how do you think today's going?
It's going great.
You reffing good? You're not drunk yet, right?
It's just enough to make me good.
That's what we love to hear.
Sober enough to know what I'm doing and drunk enough to really enjoy doing it.
And you guys, while you're waiting, feel free to go over to Range Hand Meat Co., the presenting sponsor for today. They got lots of delicious meats over there and even some delicious veggies.
And just a moment while we're setting up here to thank Salt City Sumo sponsors, Andy Cap's Hot Fries and the King's Big Daddy Deluxe Double Swag Tent for all your camping needs.
We'll get a little interview with Kyle here. Yes. Last year's captain. What side were you on?
West side.
Here, yeah, come in the middle. So Kyle, last year you competed at this event. I think you found it.
Captain of the former West Side champions, if you know.
You had a little fun,
test,
right?
Test.
So last year, how did your team do?
Last year, West Side won, as we all know and remember. Yeah, I remember that West Side won the whole tournament, though, so what does it really matter?
There was a huge battle last year. Caleb and Kyle at the end of it.
Yeah, last year it was basically me and Edo versus Caleb, Hayden, and Mark Jones in the finals. Tough way to finish out the tournament.
Who's looking good today?
Man, I'm really happy with seeing how Edo's doing. And Matt Shields has improved a lot.
Yes.
A lot of these little guys that we've been seeing just kind of consistently over the last year or two, they've just started to show a lot of improvement, and I'm really happy to see a lot of good movement out there.
It's very cool to have a lot of coaches here, too. You were a wrestling coach yourself, all the way from Colorado. So, thank you for joining us, Kyle.
All right, so we're going to get the matches back going again. We have Caleb versus Neri, followed by Chad versus Cornelius.
Neri fighting out of Malicious Grounds, hometown hero from Oak Cliff.
Backus is in with a nice steady charge, but gets circled around at the edge, looking for some shoulder control. Can't find it. Hand getting denied on the inside, but he's got a belt grip on the outside. Right hand, push, and it's over, baby.
Beautiful battle of titans.
And the win goes to Caleb. Next up, Chad versus Cornelius, followed by Jamie versus Angel.
Caleb's terrifying. He can push and thrust and use the belt. His Tachi is gold. Gosh, I don't want to fight him.
And any wrestlers staying over there by Ben, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the ring, make sure nobody falls on Ben. Thank you.
Cornelius fighting out of Florida Sumo. He is an amateur sumo veteran. He's represented America and Japan.
He's up a little high, getting driven back, but he circles to find the momentum again. Florida's looking for a belt grip, can't quite find it, but he's in there now. Both hands inside.
Looking out for that gator grip.
Oh, a beautiful recovery to a converted throwdown.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Look at that recovery.
And your winner is Cornelius. We have 3 more matches before our next brief break. Up next is Jamie versus Angel, followed by Jay versus Hayden.
All right, we got Jamie out of Chicago Sumo Club. And Angel all the way from Bakersfield, California. Angel also a former member of the United States World Team for Sumo, representing us.
I heard they're pretty good. Look at this intensity.
Jamie causing some controversy yesterday, being the most sought-after draft pick for teams. But Angel tore it up during training yesterday. Nice stare down we got going on. They say sumo is 90% mental, 10% physical.
Synchronization of energy, breathing, intention, and of course the final consent at the initial charge. As Hiro Morida might say, both these guys really want to win. You could hear a pin drop in here.
Not ready. The timing was off. They want to get in sync together before the initial clash, the Tachi. You can tell both of these wrestlers are really hungry for it.
And they're off. It's a blazing Tachi that gets absorbed, reversed. It's a lockup, a throw attempt, bail work, and it's over with a nice Yorikiri.
Jamie able to keep his cool the entire time while Angel's hands are flying in his face.
And Jamie is the winner.
Angel ran out of real estate.
Our last 2 matches in round 2, we have Jay versus Hayden. On deck, Edo versus Justin.
Two of Texas's top competitors. In the orange, we have Jay out of San Antonio. In the purple, we have Hayden, hometown hero out of Dallas Sumo Club.
That's right. Give it up. We got the big rigs out for you.
Both relatively new to sumo, but they have made their names known. Make no doubt about it.
Hayden with a high reception, goes for the clamps early, can't quite find it, getting driven out backwards, but he recovers. He's got a little more clamp now, but he can't do anything with it. He's getting driven with an amazing underarm Oshi. Another volley, belt grip, and it's a Kage-Nagi throwdown.
Great battle.
And the winner is Jay. Okay, next up is Edo versus Justin. This is the last match of round 2. Again, we'll take a brief 5-minute break before we get going on round 3.
Little bit of rivalry here from Austin to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Take the red out of Raleigh. Bring Ring your doorbell at dawn.
These two just faced off in Tennessee last weekend. Now they're here, facing off again.
Oh, I don't get smacked
Beautiful
hard, but he
touch,
recovers
yeah.
with a belt grip, and it's a big throw at the edge. They gave it to Edo, but
And the winner is Edo.
Justin's foot just slipped out. Great sumo.
All right, 5-minute break, wrestlers. I'll be sending out the matches yet again. Stay close. Our first matchup in round 3 in 5 minutes is going to be Luce versus John.
Edo Borcanyeja obviously took some time off of babysitting tigers to be here today.
Check. You guys, in the meantime, we want to give it up for our sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Range Hand Meat Co. If you guys are hungry, go fill up over there. And a huge hand for Rollertown Beer Works for putting this whole thing on with us. Are you guys having fun today so far? Here in a little bit, we'll have a live taiko performance, full band from Dallas Kyari Daiko. Please stay tuned.
After what round are we taking the longer break? Okay. Okay. I want to see if I didn't get any pizza last year. I'll try and get pizza. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. They haven't been too bad. Pretty clear cut. It's good though.
It's only been one day.
Yeah.
Like I probably should have just said, let's just run that one again.
So do they sell slices or do you have to buy the whole pizza? Whole thing? How much are they? No, I'm up next, so maybe after that. But how much are they? 18? Is there? Okay.
Good job.
Thanks. Is it going good so far?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah, you stepped out on that last.
You can do that over there, but not here.
Yeah, you had them. What happened?
Get it, bro. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, you can just go that way.
got me. So apparently my first one was a little bit more subdued. And then the second one I like really lost it.
A little bit. Yeah.
I gotta give a 2-minute warning.
So how long are you staying when you go back?
All right, wrestlers, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
All right, a couple more days.
Our first matchups are going to be Luce versus John and Zach versus Damien. So if you guys can be ready, 2 minutes. Okay, I can take a picture real quick. You get friendly. There we go.
Yes. No backing out now. Which ref we got doing this one? I wouldn't say mobile.
All right, can we get our Gyoji to the ring and our wrestlers ready to go? Kids up here, I'm going to need a little bit more space. Can you guys all scoot back behind the chair, please? We just don't want anybody falling on you, please. So again, our first matchup is Luce versus John, followed by Zach versus Damien.
Guys, make sure you're not putting food and drink on the mats, please. Those mats are from Malicious Grounds, one of our sponsors for this event. Give it up for Tom Zabel, returning to the dojo as your referee.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Se usted matanos.
Both fighting out of Dallas Sumo Club. We got Lucy Garza, part of the Garza clan, and John. John joined us for Rollertown last year for the very first time.
Johnny and hard and fast babyface putting up some muscle.
And John is the winner. Next up, we have Zach versus Damien. On deck, Gabe versus Ben Shutko.
Right?
Both relatively new to sumo wrestling. In the green Mawashi, Zach Schramm, fighting out of Mighty Eagle Sumo Club in San Antonio, and Damien Ramirez in the black Mawashi, fighting out of Dallas Sumo Club. Damien's been training hard. Zach just competed.
Damien's in high, looking for an overhand grip, but it turns into himself getting crushed out by Schrammer.
And Zach is your winner. Next up, Gabe versus Ben Shutko. On deck, Eric versus Caitlin.
Ben in the pink Mawashi, our youngest competitor of the day, fighting out of Iron Mountain Sumo Club, all the way from Tennessee. And give it up for his mom, Kaylin, returning for Shimpan duty, helping us with the side judging.
Right?
Gabe fighting out of Dallas Sumo Club, relatively new to sumo, but dedicated to it.
Se usted matanos.
This is going to be a great battle.
Ben's waiting for his moment. He's down in the rough, hands into the chest. It's a spin, and he almost goes down, but he recovers again like a master. Spinning, turning with right hand inside grip. Is it enough? Can he go for the kakenagi at the edge? And it's a crush out. Ben lands on his ankle, but he appears to be made out of rubber.
All right, and Gabe is your winner.
Higashi no Kachi.
Next up, we have Eric versus Caitlin. On deck is Robert versus Itan.
So I'm not picking sides, but give it up for Caitlin Jones. She is the reason this tournament is a unisex event. She was like, I don't want to just fight the girls. I want more matches. So give me the boys too. We train unisex as well.
Let's see if she can chew as much as she bit off here. In nice and low, hands on the chest, 45-degree angle, perfect, spun at the edge, and it's a little bit of a lift out there.
All right, and Caitlin is your winner. Next up, Robert versus Itan. On deck, JJ versus Drew.
Itan Perez, representing America and medaling at the World Sumo Championships, making history for American women's sumo.
Itan's off fast and hard. It's an immediate tachi, but she can't
Mata.
You go too fast. Let me call it. Right?
In amateur sumo, you have to wait for the referee to say hakioi.
Push, she do it again. No, not as much power on the charge, but more successful this time. It's a crush down victory for Itan at the very edge.
And the winner is Itan. Next up, JJ versus Drew. On deck, Matt Land versus Matt Shields.
Right.
JJ all the way from Canada, and Drew, not very far, from Dallas. Give it up for both of them. Drew making his return to the dohyo after a year off. JJ making his debut on the dohyo.
Looking for a second. Nice and low from JJ, looking for a grip, can't find it, scrambling at the edge, and it's a push out, Oshidashi.
It's a good finish from Drew, nice follow-up.
And Drew is your winner. Next up, Matt Land versus Matt Shields. On deck, Billy versus Noah.
Battle of the mats.
Matt's on the mat.
Chicago Sumo Club's head coach in the Burgundy Mawashi.
Coming in looking for a left hand outside grip. He finds it, but he can't convert it to a throw. They're both spinning, looking to reverse each other's inside belt grip throws.
Oh, great.
And it spills
reversal.
out.
Great reversal from Matt. I think he took that one.
And Matt Shields is the winner.
Indeed he did.
Next up, Billy versus Noah. On deck, Jamal versus Jake.
Right.
Billy from Austin. And Noah from Kansas. Sunflower Sumo Club. Give it up for him. Sunflower Sumo Club versus Dark Circle Sumo Club out of Austin, Texas.
Sunflower Samurai gets left hand outside belt grip immediately and drives for the win!
Nice.
Textbook Keiko practice.
And Noah is your winner.
When Noah is not dominating in the dohyo, please visit his Instagram. Noah Wellbrock Tally, an amazing artist.
Next up, Jamal versus Jake. On deck, TJ versus Ernest.
The hardest head in all of sumo, small but mighty, Jacob DeCastro. In the bruiser, fresh off the plane from Chicago, Jamal.
Another one where Jacob just gets blasted right off the tachi-ai. Everyone's trying to give him a piece of their forearm today.
And Jamal is the winner. Next up, TJ versus Ernest. On deck, Brandon versus Russell.
TJ coming to us from Ohio Sumo Dayton. Ernest, a hometown boy from Dallas Sumo Club. Has been getting better and better. Been training very hard. Great stare down. You can tell they want it. Give it up for him. This one's going to be one for the record books, I think. Both starting far.
And they're in. He covers the ground so quickly.
Great Nodowa from TJ.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone jump across the dojo that fast.
And TJ is your winner. Next up, Brandon versus Russell, followed by Nemo versus Ryan.
Yeah. Brandon Keever joining us all the way from Kansas. Russell, a hometown boy. You can tell this one's going to get pretty physical.
Keever's up high with the hands avoiding a throat attack and straight ahead, beautiful Oshidashi push out.
In sumo, you want to look for those armpits.
And the winner is Brandon.
And drive him straight out.
Next up, Nemo versus Ryan, followed by Ben Marquez versus Goose.
Wow.
Nemo making a strong return after some time off. Ryan, when he's not doing sumo, he is doing rugby.
The east side has one of the most blazing tachi-ais we've seen today, and the west side has a rugby player who's just here to warm up for that.
Ryan in the blue shorts, Nemo in the black.
Nemo tries to go for a shoulder forearm shiver, doesn't work. They both lock up on a belt grip.
A battle of Mawashi.
Locked over the center, it turns into another 3 reversals in a row. Nemo gets the beautiful Nodowa. Perfectly applied.
It's important to detach.
And the winner is Nemo.
It's important to let go of that Mawashi when you get to the edge. Get him off of you as quick as possible.
Next up, Ben Marquez versus Goose, followed by Caleb versus Obi. Ben, are you done for the day? All right, would you mind taking a bow, or do you need to stay sitting there? That's okay if you need to stay. Okay. All right, Ben, let's give it up for Ben. Ben is done for the day. All right, Goose, go in, take a bow. You take a freebie here. We're going to move on to Caleb versus Obi, followed by Hunter versus Neri.
If your opponent doesn't show up, you get the free win. It's called a Fusen show. Fusen victory, not usually the most exciting kind, but here we go. Keep it rolling. Bacchus is back.
Caleb trying to win the mental battle, taking a little time on the edge. Flex his might. His might of Mighty Eagle.
Caleb won with an awesome push out and awesome belt technique. What will we see now? I've got money on a front flip. Caleb's down and ready. And they're off. Gets driven back but maintains his stance. Hands on the throat, wrist control. A lovely drop at the edge. That twisting ring sense is what we say veteran presence.
And Caleb is your winner. Next up, Hunter versus Neri. On deck, Rick versus Bubba.
Right.
Almost no tachi from the